Hey, what's going on, Capricorns? Butch here. I'm going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate for everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. We're going to be using the Celtic Tarot, which, fun fact, is the first deck I ever connected with. It just came very naturally to me. So there's another few decks that I tried before that. I tried the original Rider-Waite, what a lot of people do start on, the Wild and Unknown. But this was the first deck that I actually truly felt like I connected with. So with that being said, let's get it. First we got the Capricorns. All right, Capricorns. So the first thing I see, Capricorns, this is someone that you already have a history with. I feel like, this is that past person. This is someone I feel like you have a lot of history with, but I feel like it wasn't all good. I feel like with this person, I feel like you've seen something in this person. You invested in this person. But I feel like they never really truly showed up. They never really put in the work. I feel a lot of guarded energy from this person in the past, that self-imposed prison. And I feel like this person was keeping themselves from you. I honestly feel like they didn't think they could live up to what you expected. So it's almost like they threw in the towel. They just stopped trying. They stopped putting in the effort. What little effort, from what it seems, what little effort they were putting in, they stopped. There's a lot of hot and cold energy between the two of you. I feel like, it was a great connection. I mean, you've seen a lot of potential in this person, so you nurtured that. You've seen something in this person, like I said, that they didn't even see themselves yet. Now, this hot and cold energy, I just feel like this person, the more they felt like they couldn't live up, the less they felt engaged in this connection. They wanted to be with you. I just feel like they didn't think they could live up to being with you. They couldn't live up to that standard. Because the Two of Cups, they wanted to be with you. They wanted this to work. But the more, like I said, the more this built up, the more they started seeing the negatives instead of the positives. They started seeing, eventually you're going to see them for who they really are. Because like I said, they didn't see their potential. They didn't see what they could be. They only seen what they were. They didn't have a whole lot of faith in themselves. Even though you had faith in them, they didn't have faith in themselves. So it's, you can love someone, you can nurture someone, you can be their everything, but until they see it, it really amounts to nothing. You can love someone to the end of the earth, but if they don't have love for themselves, or they don't see, that potential in themselves, it can become a wasted effort. You know, we can love someone and see them any way we want, but until they see it, it'll never amount to anything. And like I said, I feel like they just didn't see it. They didn't see what was right there in front of them. They didn't see what they had to offer. They just felt inadequate. You know, and the further this connection went on, the more inadequate they felt. Like I said, I feel like there was a lot of hot and cold energy, a lot of back and forth, and I feel like it finally just went cold. You know, that self-imposed prison they were in, I feel like they just kept adding on more layers of walls. The deeper this connection got, the more anxiety they felt, the more that they felt defeated, the more they had those sleepless nights. I really feel like their biggest fear here was failing you. Their biggest fear was letting you down. They didn't think they had what you wanted, even though I feel like they really wanted to. But like I said, I feel like this person, they didn't see what they had in front of them. There was a lot of imbalance. You know, they were just out of whack. They weren't ready. They weren't ready for you. They weren't ready for this. Now, moving forward, I do feel like this person, I feel a huge transformation. I don't feel like this person ever truly let you go. You know, I feel like in the beginning they felt like they were failing. Without you, they were failing. And I feel like a lot of these feelings that they had for you, these feelings that they have never really let go of, I feel like it caused a huge transformation in this person. I feel like this person made a lot of big changes. And I feel like this person is starting to finally see things a little differently. Their perspectives have completely changed on the situation. You know, I feel like they're finally getting their shit together, and I feel like they needed some time in their head to do that. You know, they had to focus on them. They had to see what you saw. And like I said, I mean, a lot of late nights, a lot of anxiety, a lot of internal struggle. You know, you gave them everything you had, and they didn't show up for you. You know, it's almost like when you're with someone and, you know, they have all this great shit going for them. They, you know, they're driven, they're hardworking, they know what they want. And that just emphasizes the things that you don't know even more. This person didn't know what they want. They didn't know what they were going to do. They didn't know, you know, they didn't have a lot of stability. But I feel like those big changes that have occurred in this person's life, you know, they finally starting to get their shit together. They're finally starting to see the potential that you saw. You know, and I do feel like I said, this person's never really let you go, and I do feel like this person is coming in to make some contact with you, and I feel like they're going to be very honest and very genuine, and they're going to make you an offer. You know, they're coming back to you. They couldn't move on from this. You were the right person, just wasn't the right time. You know, once they got their shit together, once they took some time to focus on that stability, focus on what they want, and now they start seeing the picture a little more clearly. Sometimes we're with the right person, we don't even know, because we're not sure what we want. If we don't know what we want, then we don't know what we want to expect. Now, like I said, this person has put the pieces together, and I feel like they're still putting the pieces together, but now they're realizing they're missing one of the biggest pieces, which is you, and that's why they're going to make you that offer. You know, we have this person, you know, and they're not going to give up. You know, they're not going to take no for an answer, because this is something more. And I feel like you may be a bit hesitant when this person comes back. I feel like you may not fully trust this person, but they're not going to stop until you at least give them a chance. But like I said, very honest. You know, I do see this person pouring themselves out to you. I do see them putting in the work. I do see you finally being on the same page. You know, that eight of Pentacles is all about putting in the work together. You know, for something to be successful. You know, and I feel like they never really got that before. You know, and I feel like you're finally on the same page. They're finally understanding. They're finally seeing their potential. They're finally seeing what you were seeing. Seeing that you were right has brought them back to you. Because I feel like you may have been the only person that ever saw them right. And like I said, if they don't see it, they need, you know, everybody needs to see it for themselves. They can't just take somebody else's word for it. It just doesn't work that way. Like I said, I do see them coming back, and they're putting in a hell of an effort. You know, you will. They're very loyal. They've always been loyal to you. I just feel like the loyalty to themselves, the love in themselves, the trust in themselves, that was something that they needed to work on. You didn't fail them, they failed you. And that's why they're willing, you know, they're going to chase, they're going to put the work in, they're going to do whatever it takes to get you back, because they just want to feel that fulfillment. You know, and you made them happy. And now they honestly feel like they can make you happy. Now with this person, we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. We got a little bit of Aries in there as well with that Queen. It's very common, you know, when for us to see our partner differently than they see themselves. It happens a lot. You know, you see something, you see a lot of potential in someone, they don't quite see it in themselves. And there's not much we can do about it except for just be there for them. You know, and sometimes we need to let them go. We need to let them have that time alone to figure it out for themselves. But like I said, this person, I mean, they made a lot of big changes. You know, and we can't look at it as a failure. You know, what we look at it is a lesson that led to success. Because I see it being very successful. You know, they've never had one quite like you. And it's those pieces that may have kept things going before. But once they realized that, it's almost like they felt like when you finally seen that when they don't think they can be what you thought they could be, they're afraid that someday you're going to see that, and then they're going to put all that investment into something, and you're going to leave them because they didn't feel like, they felt like they failed you. They felt like what you've seen in them. When somebody sees something in us and we don't believe them, we assume that someday we're going to end up letting them down. And that's their biggest fear, was letting you down. Failing you. But like I said, it wasn't a failure. It was a lesson. That's what I have for you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.